Well, this is a new concept to me, nuclear family. I don't think I've ever heard that term. Yes, I was raised in a nuclear family with my mom and my dad in Brazil. I had uncles and aunts and grandparents. It was very standard. And then when they moved out here, they got divorced. And then now I have a stepdad, and that's where I live. I live with my stepfather and my stepbrother and my mom. So that's not really that crazy these days and age, and I really like it. It had the divorce was super peaceful. It wasn't crazy. So nuclear and then not nuclear. It wasn't that hard to adapt. Um, the biggest concern I have in establishing a healthy family is honestly, I don't trust men. I just don't trust them. I don't trust their nature. I don't trust in monogamy. I don't trust I don't trust it. Maybe it's because I have yet to see a functioning. Well, that's not true. I've seen some relationships that have lasted, but I always wonder in like the back of my head, I'm like, are they really happy together like forever? I know that you've watched the movies and it's all about the work and stuff, but that's my biggest concern in developing a healthy relationship is the man, to be honest. Infidelity, I guess. Um, what role does communication maintain or have in maintaining a healthy relationship? That role is like key role. Communication is everything because if you're on the same page, if you're discussing things, if you're battling things together, if you're working things out together, it's a completely different dynamic than when you're battling things against each other. I read somewhere that to maintain something healthy, it's about like you and that person versus the problem rather than you and that person versus each other. Communication. Have I ever experienced a family crisis? I've always had, like, my dad, not really like my aunt. I think that was it. Like, my dad and my aunt were, like, rivals and, like, to the death. And one time, like, it got pretty crazy. They, like, fought outside of the apartment and yelled at each other, and it was this whole shindig. It was a lot. So I think that was a family crisis for sure. My support system for that, I was really young, so I kind of just like got uh, aunties and uncles, and they would hide me and, don't look at that, don't see it. So I think as an older person, I haven't really had to deal with anything like that. Um, I interviewed my mom and I asked her what are the rules that guide our life as a family, and she just said love. And that's why like I have a unbeatable mother. Like my mother is the core to my well-being and to the ones that live around her. She has established a beautiful family life. Um where did the rules come from? I think it came from my grandmother, according to her, and to my stepdad. Actually, my stepdad, he is all about honesty. Honesty is really prevalent to him and very important. Um, what new rules would improve the balance in or operation of our family? I asked her this question and she said that the new rule would be that I had to pay rent. And that was it. So I think me being a responsible person and taking responsibility onto myself would be key into maintaining this healthy dynamic that I have already established, thankfully. And that's chapter 14.